Dear friends, welcome to ACE online platform ACE Engineering Academy. In order to make you more and more perfect in the subjects, Rank Booster series has been introduced by our ACE in the subjects of irrigation and hydrology under civil engineering branch. We see what type of questions are generally asked in multiple selection questions and numerical answer type. When you say the word MSQ, suppose a question is given in MCQ, which of the following statement is correct? Let us say in multiple choice question, MCQ choice, the question is given which of the following statement is correct. Out of 4 options, only one option may be right, the other options may be wrong. The same question may be converted as MSQ. Which of the following statements are not correct with reference to gravity dams, with reference to Lacey's resin channels, like that. Please remember, sir, unless otherwise you are thorough with the subject, unless otherwise you are thorough with the theory part very comprehensively, you will not be able to answer MSQ questions. Numerical answer type questions are straight formula based. Most commonly, they will set that the answer will be an integer and the answer will be non-problematic. No person will be able to raise a claim or complaint against the question. Generally, most of the times, the answer will be integer type. So, for you as an aspirant, there is no problem for NAT question. Your knowledge, your skill, your potential will be decided only in answering MSQ, multiple selection questions. In this particular program, we are able to give about 7 to 8 or 8 to 10 questions, but they are not sufficient. In all the 16 subjects or 15 subjects of civil engineering, you must prepare so widely, so comprehensively, so intensively. Every statement is a converse statement also, because converse statement is claimed as the real statement and you have to prove that, you have to claim that it is wrong, means multiple selection question. I hope I followed what I am saying. Any MCQ, MSQ, only same body, different shirts, that's all. Kindly concentrate on MSQs more. MCQ and NAT will be simple and you can see very easily. First we see irrigation engineering, then we see engineering hydrology. Welcome. First we will see questions in irrigation. Identify the correct statement. In sprinkler irrigation, no excess cost of land preparation is involved. We know pretty well. Directly we supply the water to the leaves of the plants, therefore no excess cost of land. A is correct. Excessive topsoil erosion is involved. No. When I supply water directly to the branches and leaves, no erosion of the soil will be there. So B is wrong. B will be wrong. B will be wrong. Fertilizer can be applied. Definitely it is correct. It is correct. Evapotranspiration losses are kept at the minimum. No guarantee. We can't tell anything about the evapotranspiration. Therefore, D is also not correct. Dear friends, in the first question we can say statement A is correct, statement C is correct. So, correct options A, C. We are discussing MSQ questions. First question, please see. Which of the following are properly matched? Duty of water at the outlet. We know definitely it is the outlet factor is correct. Ratio of mean supply discharge, Q average by Q maximum. Q average by Q maximum is called capacity factor. It is correct. Fraction of the time the canal has actually run in a watering season is called time factor but not load factor. If you don't know the definition, question is gone. Unless otherwise you answer all the correct answers, MSQ question cannot get you full marks. No partial marks. 2 marks question, 2 marks will be given if you are able to identify all the correct answers. Out of 3, if you are able to correct only 2, the third correct answer you are not able to get it, your 2 marks is lost. 2 marks is approximately 8,000 ranks. Single question. You may get the chance of getting selected or getting qualified, getting not qualified. Love acceptance, love failure, love rejection. Single stroke. Remember. So, this is wrong. Watering done prior to the sowing of a crop. Sowing of a crop is called as paleo watering, as given core watering. D is not correct. My dear friends, for this correct question, correct option is A and B are correct. A and B are correct. This is the second MSQ question we get. Let us see the next question. Identify the correct statements. Under normal conditions, the cost of a weir is higher than the cost of a barrage. No. A bridge can be more economically accommodated in a barrage than in a weir. 100% correct. A flux created by barrage is more than that of a weir. A flux created by a barrage is more than that of a weir. Better control of river is affected by barrage than a weir is correct. This is correct. B and D options are correct. A is wrong. C is wrong. So correct options for this third question, B and D are correct. If you don't know the proper answer between weir and barrage concept, you will not be able to get the correct choice. See the fourth question. This is regarding Lacey's theory. Fourth question. A raceme channel will have side slopes of 0.5 horizontal to 1 vertical correctly. Ultimately, it is correct. Lacey's raceme formula are generally applicable in alluvial channels with sediment concentration less than 5,000 ppm. Very good, correct. The mean velocity in a Lacey's channel is proportional to, it's not mean velocity, it is the raceme velocity. So C is wrong. V is equal 10 power 8 R power 2 by 3, not 1 by 2. This concept is given from the formula V is equal root of 2 by 5 FR. This V is not mean velocity, raceme velocity. If you are asked the raceme velocity, this V is proportional to R power 1 by 2 is correct. But that fellow has asked mean velocity. V is equal 10 power 8 R power 2 by 3 S naught to the power of 1 by 3. 2 by 3, not 1 by 2. For a Lacey's raceme channel, Manning's roughness coefficient can be now. It is applicable for rough gravel-like materials, but not like silt materials. Options A and B are correct. Options A and B are correct. For this question, identify the correct statements. In an aqueduct, there is no uplift problem, 100% correct. Aqueduct, not siphon aqueduct. In a siphon aqueduct, worst condition of the uplift on the floor occurs when the canal and drainage, no. Canal is full, drainage is empty. Canal is full, drainage is empty, then uplift is maximum. So this statement is wrong. If a choice is available, a super passage is superior to a canal siphon. Yes, a super passage is superior to a canal siphon. Of the various cross drainage works, the least preferred is the level crossing. Is very good. Least preferred, because you have to permit canal water, drain water at the same elevation, both with moderate or high discharges. That's why, unless otherwise the conditions make it compulsory, we don't go for level crossing. We go for the first 4 type 1, type 2 cross drainage works: aqueduct, siphon aqueduct, super passage, canal siphon. We don't go for level crossing. We don't go for inlet and outlet generally. Which of the following pairs are correctly matched? See this question. A is correct, C is correct, D is correct. Out of 4 options, A, C, D, all 3 are correct. A, C, D are correct. Very good. Which of the following pairs are correctly matched? Standing wave flume, canal fall is not correct. Standing wave flume, it's a Ogee fall. Silt ejector, removal of the silt from the silt ejector. Removal of the silt from the canal is correct. Silt extractor, control of silt entry into the canal means from the river. Yes. Width of the meanderable floodplain is not 800 meters, around 2 kilometers. Wrong. B and C are correct. Correctly matched B and C. B and C are correct. Which of the following pairs are correctly matched? It's a problem. Sometimes if the paper setter wants to take your longer time to solve a particular question, he is not happy with other types of questions, but he wants to consume of your most valuable time. He wants to see how quick you are able to get a numerical problem. That too, not a single problem, combo of 3 or 4 numericals. You have to get it done faster within 3 to 4 minutes. So it's this type of questions will be hectic. Better to touch those problems only at the end of the 3 hours duration, not at the middle or at the early times. For an alluvial stream with a median particle size of 0.64 millimeters and carrying a discharge of 100 meters per second, lazy silt factor, particle size is 0.64. So F is equal to 1.76 square root of D50, 1.76 into root of 0.64, 1.76 into 0.8, 48, 456, 0, 6, 8 plus 6, 1.4, so we will get 1.41. Yes, lazy silt factor 1.41 is correct. Water wave for a bridge with a looseness factor of 1 is 47.5. Calculate p-value. 4.75 times root q. Q is 100. So 47.5. 47.5. Water wave for a bridge with a looseness factor of 1. 47.5. Looseness, for example, 0.9. 47.5 divided by 0.9. Because now 47.5 by 1. So B is correct. Lacy's regimes cover depth 1.35. Q square by F whole power 1 by 3. Q is not given here because B is not given, width is not given. So therefore this is not correct. Width of the meanderable in the floodplain is not 800 meters. If you apply that formula, you will get around 11, 12, 11, 20 like that. This is also wrong. So correct options are only A and B. For this question, correct options are A and B, my dear friend. These two are the correct answers. Cotton is grown in a medium texture soils. Now we are coming to NAT questions, numerical answer type. Cotton is grown in a medium textured soils with allowable soil water of 100 millimeter per meter depth of the soil, given the rooting depth is 1.5 meter. Fraction of the available soil water is 0.65. Application efficiency 0.65. Required depth of that is given by dash. dW is equal to S into D into FC minus OMC. He has given fraction of the available soil water is 0.65. Rooting depth is 1.5 meter. It is 1.5 meter. Soil water of 100 meters per meter depth given. Fraction of the available soil water is 0.65. So this is, you can take specific gravity is equal to porosity by field capacity. This is 65%. You are going to get around 110 millimeters is the answer. You need not apply water application efficiency because water application efficiency will be coming when you want to calculate the water at the plant. So we know pretty well Y plant is equal to Y field divided by eta A is equal to multiply with eta A. So whatever value you get, multiply with 0.65, you will get around 110 millimeters. Here missing data is porosity, so that you can have to guess actually. But this type of questions will be simply, you can get some medium texture soil, you can take porosity as 0.35, 0.4 like that. Let us see one more NAT. An alluvial soil has particles of medium size 0.5 millimeter, porosity 0.35. So if porosity is 0.35, void ratio will be 1 minus 0.35, nearly 0.65 or 0.6. Specific gravity of the particle is 2.7. What is the critical hydraulic gradient? G minus 1 divided by 1 plus E. G is 2.7 minus 1 divided by 1 plus 0.65. 1.7 by 1.65, it is nearly 1, because we want only integer, is nearly 1. Actually 1.05, 1.04 like that you get. So answer is, formula for this is, either we can write 1 minus n into G minus 1, or otherwise G minus 1 divided by 1 plus E. Either way we can get. The channel index of an irrigation outlet is 5 by 3 index. The channel index of an irrigation outlet is 5 by 3. Setting of an orifice type outlet in order to have the proportionality is dash x by 10 orifice value. So setting is, to have proportionality, setting will be m divided by n. M will be orifice type outlet, so orifice will be 1 by 2. Setting of an irrigation outlet is 5 by 3. So if you take this as 3 by 10, he said x by 10. So x value is equal 3. 3 is the answer for this problem. 3 is the answer for this problem. When the canal module is a proportional module, otherwise formula H by D. Depth of the flow in the daughter canal by depth of the flow in the parent canal. Head over an Ogee spillway is increased by 300%. Discharge is increased by dash. In a Ogee spillway, Q is proportional to H power 3 by 2. Q1 divided by Q2 is equal to H1 divided by H2 whole power 3 by 2. 100 divided by Q2 is equal to 100 divided by, increased by 300, 100 plus 300, 400 to the power of 3 by 2. Hundreds will get cancelled. 1 by 4 whole power 1 by 2 is 1 by 2 whole cube is 1 by 8. 1 by 8 is 100 by 800. 100 cancel, Q2 is 800. 100 has become 800. So discharge is increased by dash percent. Answer for the problem is 700% is the right answer. 700% is the right answer for the question. These are the questions, some of the sample questions we have given. Subject is unlimited, models are unlimited. Only to have a test, we are giving these questions. Let us move on to engineering hydrology. First, we will see MSQ questions. Consider the table given below, which shows the mass curve of rainfall in a storm. Time session from the start of the storm. Accumulated rainfall in millimeters accumulated. So in the first 6 hours, 18. In the next 6 hours, 24. Next 6 hours, 12. Next 12 hours, 6. Next last 6 hours, 0. So total depth in the storm is 60 millimeters. This is the accumulated rainfall. Total depth is 60 mm is correct. Duration of the storm. Duration here, At the end of 30 hours, 60, 60. So here the storm has come to an end, starting from 6, ending with 30. So 24 hours is correct. Maximum intensity of rainfall in 6-hour duration. Here 18 by 6, 3. 24 by 6, 4. It is given 3. So this is wrong. 12 by 6, 2. 6 by 12, 0.5. So maximum intensity of rainfall in 6-hour duration is 3 mm is wrong. 4 mm is correct. Maximum intensity of rainfall in 12-hour duration, 0 to 12, 42. 42 by 12, 3.5. 18 to 54, 36 by 12, 3. 3.5 is maximum. So D is correct. A is correct, B is correct, D is correct. For this question, A is correct, B is correct, D is correct. For C, option is 4, but not 3. This answer must be 4. So A, B, D are correct answers. Let us go to this is the question on precipitation chapter. Very important. Precipitation, we can expect a gunshot. Hydrographs and precipitation, most important chapters. Identify the correct statements. For a given storm, other factors remaining the same. Fan-shaped catchments, broad and low-peaked, no. Basins with low drainage densities give hydrographs with slowly rising limbs, correct. Elongated shaped catchments have high peak, no, low peak. Not narrow, wide hydrographs, this is wrong. A is wrong, C is wrong. Small basin with large slopes means steep slopes. If the slope of the basin is steep, within no time the peak value will come. So peak runoff is maximum and the base period is compressed. So small basin with a large slopes gives hydrographs large peak and a small time base, 100% correct. B and D are correct answers. Pyare dost, such questions, conceptual questions are very, very important. Very important MSQ question. Unless otherwise you know everything about the hydrographs, you are not able to answer such type of MSQ questions. In a flood hydrograph of a catchment due to a storm, basin and storm characteristics control the shape of the rising limb. Only storm characteristics. Only, see, basin and storm characteristics. Only, generally for large catchments, the peak flow occurs after the cessation of the rainfall, correct. The time interval from the rainfall access to the peak essentially independent of the basin, wrong. Depends on basin. The recession limb is independent of storm characteristics and depends entirely on basin, correct. So A is correct, B is correct, D is correct. A, B, D are correct answers. A, B, D once again. About the rising limb, about the peak ordinate, about the falling limb, how the curvature will be coming. Rising limb will depend upon storm characteristics, falling limb will depend upon basin characteristics, and peak value and peak interval depends on both basin and storm characteristics. A very important model. Please see question. A, B, D are right answers. Identify the correct statements. He has given a direct runoff hydrograph. Discharge and time is given. Peak runoff is 100 meter cube per second and the base period is 60 hours. This type of questions will take long time. Effective rainfall producing the DRH value. DRH value is 5 of the magnitude of 5 centimeters. You have to calculate what is the area of this. R is equal to area of the DRH divided by area of the catchment. Half into 60 hours into half into 60 hours into 100 meter cube per second. This is so many meter cube Area of the catchment 216 kilometer square, that is 10 power 6 meter square. Meter cube by meter square is meters. I want centimeters. Multiply with 100. Dear friends, 2 zeros will get cancelled. 36 into 6 is 216. 10 by 2. Effective rainfall is 5 centimeter. Yes, A is correct. Effective rainfall producing DRH is 5 centimeters is correct. The ordinate of a 6-hour unit hydrograph of this catchment is 10 meter cube per second. Ordinate of a 6-hour unit, this is wrong. This ordinate is going to be 20. Peak of the runoff hydrograph due to excess rainfall of 10 centimeter is 200. For 5 centimeter, peak value 100. For 10 centimeter, peak value 200. A is correct, C is correct. The base of a DRH due to 10 centimeters of excess rainfall in 6 hours is 66 hours. 66 hours. This is 60 hours for 6 hours. For 6 hours, even though effective rainfall changes, if the rainfall duration is not changing, then your value of base period will remain constant. Therefore, if it is 12 hour, for 6 hour it is 60. If it is a 12 hour rainfall, 60 plus 6 difference, 66 you get. So this you will get when it is 12 hour, but not 6 hours. So D is wrong. B is wrong, D is wrong. Correct option is A and C are correct, my dear friends. For this question, it is also very good question because it is equivalent to 4 NAT questions. One single MSQ like this is equivalent to 4 NAT questions. Which of the following pairs are correctly matched? Floodway, natural channel into which part of the flood will be diverted? Correct. Muskingum method, not hydraulic method, is hydrologic method. Therefore, B is wrong. Saint-Venance equation, basic unsteady flow, correct. Probable maximum flood will return not 1000 years. So, A and C are once again correct. A and C are correct. Which of the following pairs of terms used in groundwater hydrology are identical? Hydraulic conductivity and permeability, both are correct. Storage coefficient and storativity, yes. Actual velocity and not discharge velocity. Discharge velocity is the porous velocity. Is wrong. Water table aquifer is unconfined aquifer, correct. So, A is correct, B is correct, and D is correct. A, B, D are correct. Linear reservoir. Reservoir with storage directly proportional to outflow, fantastic. Linear channel. A channel where velocity is proportional, depth is not correct. Instantaneous unit hydrograph, in which duration of the effective precipitation is infinitesimally small. Very, very good answer. Duration of the runoff is tending to 0. Infinitesimally smallest runoff duration. Nash model, a model for not watershed simulation, IUH model. It is wrong. So, correct options. Correctly matched as asked, sir. A and C are correct answers for this. A soil has permeability 0.8 centimeter per second. Kinematic viscosity of water is 0.01. Intrinsic permeability is equal dash. K is equal to K0 into gamma water divided by nu. I want intrinsic permeability. K0 is equal to K into nu divided by gamma water. K value 0.8 centimeter per second. 0.8 into 10 power minus 2 into new 0.01. So 10 power minus 6, gamma water 10. All this is in the units of square meters. 1 Darcy 9.876 into 10 power minus 12 square meters. If you convert, you will get around K0 value approximately 830 Darcy. Check the calculation. You will get 0.8 divided by slightly less than 1, more than 800, you get 830. Watershed, normal rainfall reading in the year 2020. Reading X is missing, it's the missing rainfall data. So gaps are more than 10%. So missing rainfall data Px divided by 80 is equal to 1 by 3 times 90 divided by 60, 60 divided by 75, 70 by 100. It is 1.5, 4 by 5 is 0.8, 70 by 100 is 0.7, 0.8, 0.7, 1.5, 1.53, 3 by 3 is 1, Px by 80 is 1. Px value will be dash, your answer 80. Here it is given in centimeter, small printing mistake. 80 centimeter is the right option. This is by taking the annual mean rainfall for the missing rainfall data. Normal ratio method, NR method is the standard name given for that. For a catchment area of 500 square kilometers, ISO heights and their included areas are given. What will be the reading X? Reading X means P bar. This is the average depth of precipitation. X value P bar is equal to average area into rainfall by sum of the areas. Area is 100, 45 and 55, average of ISO heights is 50. Actually, for this we should keep 150 area, average of 55 and 65 is 60, 250 area, 65 and 75, average is 70, 250 plus 250, 500, 5,000, 9,000, 14,000, 14,000, 17,000, 31,500 divided by 500, 63 centimeters will be the rainfall. 63 centimeters. Answer is in centimeters also must be given. Correct answer is 63 centimeters is the right option. A 4-hour rainfall in a catchment of 250 square kilometer produces rainfall depths of 6.2 and 5 centimeters in successive 2-hour unit periods. Assuming the phi index of the soil 1.2 centimeter per hour. So runoff depths in the first 2 hours are 122 plus R224 whole multiply with area will give the volume. How do you get the runoff depth in the first 2 hours? 6.2 centimeter minus in 2 hours with 1.2, 2 into 1.2. plus runoff depth into second hour to fourth hour means 2 to 3, 3 to 4. 5 centimeter is rainfall minus every 1 hour to 1.2. All these are in centimeters. You have to get in hectare meters. So this must be converted with meters. 10 power minus 2 into area 250 square kilometers. 250 into 100 hectares. It is in meters. It is in hectares. Your answer will be so many hectare meter. 11.2 minus 4.8. 10 power minus 200 will get cancelled into 250. 4.2 and 6.4. 6.4 into 250. 64 into 25. 100 by 4. 1600 hectare meters is the answer. How many hectare meters? 1600 is the right answer. 1600. These are the questions available. Some of the models we have given is only to improve your rank, similar to give a taste what type of questions are to be given. I repeat, to solve NAT questions is very easy. Only you have to be careful about the units and their conversion factors. But to solve MSQ question, every MSQ question is equivalent to 2 or 3 MCQ or 4 NAT questions. Good luck to you, and I hope you will be enjoying this rank booster series and try to improve your rank by following all the tips given by the esteemed faculty of ACE online platform. Good luck to you.